my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby, here we go.
People that do crew, all the avid canopy pilots enjoy the act of flying and flying with our friends and getting into formations. It really shows you how to fly your canopy and what you can be doing in the sky. If you're out there by yourself flying under your canopy, you don't really have a sense of how you're flying, how fast your canopy is going, and what you're doing when you're giving inputs. With crew, you can really get a sense of what you're doing, and it's a lot of fun giving input and seeing how it goes and just flying around next to each other.
A pretty eclectic group. There's people that, from doctors and people that are unemployed to the full spectrum of people. And in my mind, I kind of got the idea that some of them were outcasts in other parts of the sport, and they came to the crew community, and we welcome them really well, and they see how we are and how laid back we are and how much fun we have, and want to learn crew, and then they get into it and get to be part of this.
Some people use the whistle in sequential. The next best team, they use it. There's also another team that's the Storm Riders, and they actually have a radio system that they use to communicate with. So it's a little bit of personal preference there on what kind of system you use to get different points. These are called a storm whistle, and they're actually almost like a survival whistle. You can see them in diving sometimes and out on boats because they're the loudest whistle on the market. They get really super loud, and it doesn't take much to. When we start, actually, we take a two-way out the door, and we use it instead of a ready, set, go, or like an RW, hut down and out. We just use the whistle, blow it 3 times, and that lets us know that we're exiting. As we build the formation, when the 4th person hits the bottom and we're ready to rotate, they'll blow the whistle, and that way the top guy knows it's time to rotate. As he's rotating down, he'll actually blow the whistle about 3 feet before he even gets to the formation. Yeah, a little bit of a delay time. Got to have a reaction. You got to know what your teammate's reaction time is too. For me, I blow it a little bit closer because I know Will's reaction time is right on. Somebody else, my reaction time is a little bit slower, so the person who's blowing the whistle may blow it a little further out so he knows that I have time to get off the top and get to the bottom. So, and also when we get towards the end of our dive, we all blow the whistle 3 or 4 times in succession. That way we know the jump is over. At least one of us is always watching the altitude so we can break off.
When you're packing for crew, most crew pack jobs don't involve a D-bag. So we free pack into our container. It makes the canopy open faster and more predictable. But you don't want to take it to free fall speeds. This kind of pack job is good for pulling right out the door, which is what we always do. So for crew, we use a lot bigger toggles. Makes it easier to let go and then re-grab while you're in the middle of a skydive. So they don't always fit inside your container. So you always see toggles hanging out and a little bit of canopy hanging out. But it doesn't really matter because you're not taking this on a free fall jump. You're pulling as soon as you get out the door, and you want the toggles to be really accessible right where your hands are going to be. You're going to gain control of the canopy right away. Go fly around to the formation you're going to dock on. So it doesn't really matter if you see toggles hanging out of someone's rig. That's exactly where they want them, so they can get them really quick. You'll notice that a bridle on most lightning systems are just a piece of Dacron. What you have are these 3 rings. As the canopy inflates, the rings spread out, and it retracts the pilot chute and bridle all the way up to the top skin. So you don't have a pilot chute and bridle hanging off the edge of your canopy that can get entangled with someone else's canopy. That's the retraction system. But as a result of this piece of Dacron, you don't have a collapsible pilot chute. So your pilot chute's always inflated. So we use, it's called a kill cone, that slides down the bridle
and then stops again
and helps collapse the pilot chute. So you don't have this extra drag on top of your canopy. It's a pretty easy little system.
And a lot of these people have been doing this for a long time, so they're kind of over the fear. But they're still all aware of what can go wrong really bad, really fast, and and handle it well in that situation when it happens, calmly and quick. So it's a good group of people. I love flying with them. We're trying, and the only way you can do that is if you keep going out and doing crew camps and getting people involved, because a lot of people don't know about it. They don't see it above their drop zone, and unless they do, you know, once they see it, a lot of people are like, hey, I want to do that. A lot of people don't even know what goes on. So we get around to different drop zones and do crew, and then leave them with some canopies or whatever, and then they can go up and do crew, and then they come to like different boogies and camps that we hold. I mean, we had 4 people in the Midwest doing crew, me and 3 other guys, and we decided we wanted to do crew with more people, so we went around, and Jim Rasmussen did the crew classes, and I helped out, and now we have, I don't even know, 30, 40, 50 in the Midwest. It's pretty amazing. So, yeah. I hope in 5 years that they're all here at Nationals.
People that think crew dogs are crazy, they're not exactly wrong. There's a little bit crazy, but it's about having fun. If you haven't tried it, you should really give it a shot, because it is a lot of fun. It's kind of that thing with skydiving. Non-skydivers think all skydivers are crazy, right? It's the same idea. You don't actually know what it is until you give it a shot. The same thing is true with crew. It's just a lot of fun, and I think what comes across as crazy is people just having a lot of fun in the sky with their friends. Once you give it a shot, you realize it's not actually crazy, it's just a lot of fun. It's more sane than you would actually think. It's just really fun.